They're punishing the Reclamation players. Alright, Grixis control. Control decks are something that tend to be incredibly difficult to get right. They're decks that are at the best when you know what you need to be lining your answers up into. So what we have here initially is just a little bit of guesswork. Someone mentioned Angrath's Rampage, whatever that 2-mana card is called. I really don't think that card's super good in control decks, especially decks that can cast Bedevil. Like, paying 1 more mana to have an instant that you choose what you're actually killing, I think is really valuable. So I think, like, if you're a deck that can't make black consistently, or if the 3rd mana is a big deal, I think a Rampage is probably fine and playable, but I think otherwise I'd prefer to play Bedevil. I do think that Ugin is a card that seems really sweet in Grixis. Mirja, thank you for the half a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Watching the pre-release streams made me realize how much I dislike Best of One. Me too. I kept wanting to watch like Alley and Day9, and Best of One, it leaves me so unsatisfied as a viewer and a player. Like, I'll watch someone play like a sweet close match or watch them stumble and down. It's like, it's fine, we'll get them in the next. Oh, wait. Kraken Null, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Anywho, so Ugin. We often talk about, again, solving problems that decks have. One of the big problems that Grixis Control had last season, there were 2 big problems. The first is that Grixis couldn't really interact with enchantments, and things like Wilderness Reclamation resolving made you incredibly sad. This interacts with the variety of enchantments. The second is that Grixis didn't have a Teferi. It didn't have a Planeswalker that was a constant stream of card advantage. Angrath was the closest that we got, but taking a card away from your opponent isn't as good as drawing a card yourself. And notably, Nicol Bolas, he does both. He takes cards away and gives you cards. So let's go ahead and dive on into some matches, see how it feels. Zowzy, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Yeah, that's true. Ugin also does draw you cards. Yeah, we've got a lot of them, Bob. You see Ugin being good enough to play in Modern Tron? Nope. I don't know why you would play Ugin in Modern Tron when you could just play Karn Liberated. Yeah, if you have 6 mana in Modern Tron, you probably have 7 mana and just want to play Karn. Or 8 mana Ugin. The Training Sword Magus is not a mod sword. It's Eugene. Oh, Eugene. All right, 90-second wait and then a draw. They know we've got 4 Nicol Bolases. They know our deck is pay to win garbage and they don't want to play. I am truly wonderful, Ghostly Flow. I hope life is going well for you. Is Liliana not good enough because our deck lacks creatures? Yeah, I think just for a card that expensive, you want it to be able to provide a constant flow of card advantage, and the 6 mana Liliana doesn't really do that in a deck like this. This hand's pretty good. It needs to draw some land, but like Thought Erasure and Treasure Map, hopefully both help us do that. We have interaction here. This is a removal spell for cheap creatures. Oh no! I forgot to put sleeves on my deck, chat. We're gonna get Nicol Bolas pregnant. Oh no! What do you got? Jeskai control. Okay, so they have one card that matters and 1, 2, 3 cards that don't and one that kind of does stuff. Perfect. I think this card, I've been looking at other Grixis lists and I've been seeing people who aren't playing this card. This card I think should be a staple in your Grixis decks. This card kills things that have 3 toughness or less early, and it destroys Azcanta. Destroying flipped search for Azcanta is so huge in this format. Yikes! Alright, so small mistake on my part here. Because my opponent could have had Spell Pierce, I should have waited to play my land until after I saw if map resolved. Because once they pierced my map, I should have played Blood Crypt. Yeah, I didn't have room for Commence the Endgame, Joshua. Like, between Nick and Ugin and Chemister's Insight, like, basically something's gotta give, right? Like, there's only so much room to put cards that are expensive and don't impact the board into your deck before you're just, like, dying. Man, they're missing land drops? Are we just stone raining them next turn? They're like gonna jumpstart this chemist. Do I just like stone rain them when they jumpstart this Chemister's Insight? I know, like, I'm asking Twitch chat, should I stone rain my opponent? So like, I'm gonna hear a resounding yes, but I think I want to stone rain them. Like, I have 2 of them. I'm like, they're gonna untap and play Azcanta and make me sad, but it made me feel good to take their land away. It made me feel good to take their land away. Yeah, Bedazzle is an instant. Bedazzle's like jazz hands. You can just do it whenever you want. Oh, I tapped my lands wrong. Should have represented a counterspell here. Jubble Niv miss it. Yep. Woo! Candy! There's a piece of candy! Oh, he makes them sacrifice lands, chat. He makes them sacrifice lands. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. GG.
Will resonate throughout the multiverse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they can exile a card from their hand. I forgot this lets them exile cards from their hand. Got it. Got it. I understand. Whew. Whew. Listen, I don't know what my cards do, okay? We're all figuring it out together. We're all figuring it out together. Eldest Reborn sounds great. Thief of Sanity sounds okay. Ral sounds fine. Extra Ugin. Ugin kills Niv Mizzet. Stroke sounds fine. Negate sounds fine. Cry and Ritual Asud are real bad here. Moment and Lava Coil are real bad here. Yeah, it doesn't really impact the board, Joshua. It, like, impacts the board, but, like, not really. Arthanus, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I'm pretty sure Nick made them concede, which means he destroyed all of their lands. Yeah, do I want to trim Bedevil? I have this kills Planeswalkers too, right? Yeah, he does. This kills Teferi as well. Man, this deck has a lot of ways to kill Teferi. That gets me excited. Biller of Salt with the 2-month resub. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Happy War of the Spark release. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, and do it, and do it, and do it again. The only way this hand could get better is if these cards came in foil. Otherwise, it's beauteous and perfect. Survey says. Yeah, it needs to be updated, Bob. That is unfortunately not something I have any control over. All of the other tools that I use are third-party tools. They're nothing I make personally. Yikes. Alright, so I don't actually want to play Thief of Sanity here, because if my opponent counters or kills the Thief and then untaps and plays Teferi, I'm basically dead, so I think I want to hold the negate up here. Does this deck have 26 lands in it? If it doesn't, I'm going to add one. I think it does, though. It's on 25. Yeah, I'm going to add a land. Tentative visit. All right, I've got a deep dark secret. This is, I meant to tweet this PSA, but I forgot to give the tweet to Christy. For those of you that didn't play Magic the last time Augur of Bolas was legal, Augur of Bolas reads 2 mana, rearrange the bottom 3 cards of your deck. It's not good. Don't play it. Allow me to save you from you. Don't do it. With the infinite Bolas's, yep. Yep. I'm gonna add a 26 land. Silly Pash Jeff didn't put enough lands in here. You're not my real dad. You can't tell me what to do. Yep. I just hit a card with Augur. Listen. All I'm gonna say is the last time Augur was legal, we were blinking it with Restoration Angel, and it was still barely playable. Alright, didn't get Spell Pierce for once. Just take the map here, I think. I'm gonna bin that. That might be a little greedy, but I think it's what I want to do. Hopefully this Thief of Sanity is gonna get to run away with the game. Is Omen Speaker an upgrade then? Not really. I mean, there's a reason why people don't play Omen Speaker, right? Alright, Phage the Untouchable, go. Okay, I think my 3-drop's better than their 3-drop. Let's find out. Hey, the Super, thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. What do we think? Spell Pierce? Or I can play and activate the treasure map. I probably want the treasure map, huh? I want to try and hit my land for Nick next turn. For people asking why I didn't get a land, you can't play lands off of this. Flipping the map works fine because it doesn't leave play. It just transforms, which is an important distinction. I did not see that, Zauzi. Was there an official announcement? Ding, ding, ding. One way to kill Legion War Boss, please. Alright, I think I'm gonna play this and pass now. Because I can Justice Strike this. And then I can flip the map next turn. I mean, if they expansion it, then they don't get to cast their Teferi, which sounds fine for me. I would ask that people don't discuss the Owen thing in chat. Feel free to Google and research yourself. The Mike Arnold, thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. The new Ugin makes 2/2s. I think I just want to play Nick. Oh, that was their map, right? So if I kill the deputy, they get their map. I think I do just want to play Nick, though. I wanted to start drawing cards. I forgot that was their map. They must have also forgotten since they discarded a card. Maybe they just like want these in play to pressure this.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. Time is much more malleable than people think.
I think I just Nick and plus again. I could also Ugin down tick kill the Teferi. I guess if I Ugin down tick kill the Teferi, they can't really... Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to take them off Teferi, right? Because they don't have any card advantage in play right now. And like, I have a ton of card advantage. So like, this lets them kill my Ugin, but... I'm ahead if they don't have another thing. And like, there's another Nick coming up off the top of my deck here too. So I just get to like slam must answer threat and a must answer threat and a must answer threat. That's really good. Ooh. This card's also good because not only does it kill Azcanta, but it's good against their post-board plan. It's good. It's good against these creatures that they board in. It's good. It kills Thief of Sanity against Esper. Kills Legion Warboss in this matchup.
I have a plan. I outsmarted you eons ago.
And then Ugin's gonna get to come down and create a brick wall here. Yeah, I agree. Once we start making 2/2s, we're gonna pull solidly ahead.
Your efforts are futile.
That's another one that's pretty good.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
Here are the Dragon Brews.
My presence alone will guide you towards victory. The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
The twins are here. Should we have played Ugin first to make a 2/2 with Nico Bolas? That's an interesting question. I didn't even think about that. So when this dies, I get the card, right? That's how this works? I think I want to just regular draw a card with Nick. I think I want to just regular draw a card with Nick. No thinged. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday.
My revenge will be painful witness a mote of my power. Ether itself serves me.
This looks at how many cards, like top 2 cards of your deck. I think I'm going to play this because I can still Ral's Outburst into a Negate or a Disdainful Stroke. T-Master Ray, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. We just have to, like, not get punked out by burn, basically. A Niv Mizzet could be a card that still kills us because my opponent does have a lot of mana. Yeah. We could outburst our morph. Yeah, if they chain a couple of Niv Mizzets together here, we could be in trouble. Yeah, I have planeswalkers that kill it here. I do know that. I wanted to try and hit a removal spell before I tried to kill it, because if they have a dive down here, I want to be able to Vraska's Contempt it in response. We did not infinite combo with the Meatkin deck, no. How are we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping by here today. If you're a new viewer, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. If you enjoy constructed Magic, this is definitely the channel for you. We play a ton of different decks here, and usually we change decks every 60 minutes to 2 hours, so we get a lot of variety in. As always, I like to give a shout-out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. If you're one of the many people in the world who has Amazon Prime, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you get Twitch Prime included with that for free, and Twitch Prime gives you a free channel subscription every single month to a channel of your choice here on Twitch at no extra cost to yourself. I'd also like to plug a couple of my sponsors here really quick. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles using promo code Jeff5. You can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of artwork that they have on their website. And of course, CardSphere.com would love to help you turn your cards into other cards directed to other players. They there's no haggling, they just take a 1% fee off of the top. All right, well, we're 1-0 to start with Grixis Control. Let's dive on into the next one. Nicol Bolas seems to be delivering the goods so far. I dropped a couple of my shuffling cards here. Oh, I wanted to add a land. I forgot. I shilled and forgot to add a land. We'll do that. I wrote a note down. We'll do it after this game. This match. Sure. Are you shuffling random sleeve cards or something special? I have a playset of Altered Birds of Paradise that sit here on my desk. I have a Court of Calling, a Restoration Angel, and a Kiki-Jiki the Mirror Breaker. And then I have a set of Altered Basic Lands that one of my old sponsors has sent me that are beautiful. They're great, Wumbo. Thank you very much for the brand new Tier 1 sub. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Main deck negate 2 islands so far. Could be Reclamation, could be Mono Blue. Looks like Mono Blue. Our hand is not stellar here against Mono Blue, although that goes a long way towards making it better. Entrancing Melody doesn't have text against us, basically, right? That is not a 4th land. Boondock Snake coming in hot with the brand new Prime support. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate it. Land. Land. Puppy. Come on. Vriken. At any rate, thank you for the Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so we need to fade a counterspell next turn, and then we get 2 looks at a land to Ritualist it. Ideally, our opponent's going to draw and play another threat, feeling very safe behind their Storm Tamer and their Dive Down. Oh, I need sleeves too. Add a land and sleeves. I watch Jeff on YouTube most days of the week. Second, I couldn't stand being a pleb. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the YouTube stuff, Wimbo. That's a good note for the new viewers, too. If you like my stuff and you can't catch me live during all my time, everything I stream goes up on my YouTube channel. So lots of great archives there, and I cut everything up so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. Great. Did you brick? Or am I dead? All right. You're saying there's a chance. Abanaga, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed. Here we get 2 more shots at another land tier for this Nicol Bolas. Alright. Alrighty. How you doing? How you doing? The Dragon God is here, and he's wonderful. I have Vraska's Contempt plus Negate to counter their counter next turn. Oh, they have another Trickster? Yikes. That's the card that could get us. Second Trickster could do it. Alright, sweet. They drew a brick for the turn. This here should mean we win. Actually, I can just clear their board, right? I think I don't plus this. Oh, nope, that can stay there. I think I go down tick, negate you, contempt the other. Actually, I'm probably supposed to Moment of Craving here because they're out at this point is like getting Tempest going. So I think even though this is less mana efficient, I want to save the Contempt for a bigger threat. Slife, thank you for the 15-month resub. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I think this is a Thief of Sanity matchup. Not 100% on that. I'm going to cut Ugin. I want to leave Nick for a continued source of card advantage. What else do I want to cut here? Probably some of my 4s. I can probably go down on Chemister's Insight if I'm keeping all of these. And then I think I'd rather have Thought Erasure than Negate. I think I'm going to trim. I'm going to do that. I think this is fine. I think this is a little too expensive. What's your win con? Nick's ult. What is his ultimate? Each opponent who doesn't control legendary. Yeah, I mean, like, eventually your opponent gives up. Nicol Bolas or Ugin are both technically win conditions. Yeah, this is pretty good, right? It needs another black source, but like super reasonable other than that. It's got like removal into sweeper into removal into like a thing that can maybe close eventually. Ooh. Get these two over here in the ugly corner. Oh, you know what? They added a variety of foils. I wonder if they added a Thief of Sanity foil. They could sack this to counter this, which I think is fine. Like, if this is just a removal spell too, I think that's a win for me. I'm just gonna cast this. If this gets Spell Pierce or Dive Down out of their hand, I think that's a win for us. And I want to play these cries before I play Thief. Thief wasn't in the additions. That's sad. And again, just playing these out aggressively because my Thief isn't really playable while those are in my hand. Huh. So they have 3 things in here. I think I'm just gonna pass for now. Am I? Nah, I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. Sure. Alright, now if they hit a land, they could floop Terramander. But if they floop Terramander, I get to untap and contempt it. So it's like kind of a win for me. Alright, yep, they're just all in. Misclick. That's fine. The contempt probably means the game's over anyways. Any new avatars? I didn't actually check. Let's look. Get all of our prizes. Alright, let's add a land and... Let's add a land and put some sleeves on this bad Mamma Jamma, shall we? I think I'm gonna go up a Sulphur Falls. I think I'm gonna cut the Bedevil. Alright, let's do that. Does Arena need a nap? Ooh, we are getting into nap territory. Let's do that real quick. I'm not going to do a full plug because I know I just did a sponsors plug. I forgot to restart during the sponsors plug. For people that are new to my stream, there's some kind of bug with Arena and my audio drivers that makes the audio go wonky every 3 hours. So I just have to restart it every 3 hours to keep it pleased. Oh no! Oh no. What if we can't get back in? I've made a huge mistake. Let me in! Let me in! Alright, whew! Whew! I was worried there for a second. I was a little concerned. Teensy bit concerned we had made a horrible mistake. I was like, we could just mute it. Sit down for a bit, shall we? Enjoy the ride, chat. Enjoy the slide down. Yeah, I did the updates. I think this hand is just not good enough against most of the field, right? Like, it just doesn't impact the board very quickly. Like, negate is your first play is not good. Like, obviously, if they're playing a mid-range or a control deck, this hand is fine. But I think in the dark, I'm supposed to mulligan this. I'm gonna keep this on the draw with the scry. Never didn't have it. Okay, click on anything else. Oh, I can light this up over here. What's flip it in the party bus deck? I don't understand your question. That's a card name. Flip it is a card name. It's the sound my 4th graders make when they're upset. Alright, if they're playing Wilderness Reclamation, this hand is not particularly good because we've got basically 2 blanks here. That being said, Bedazzle does have text against Fibble Fib. Flip it. I'm gonna call it Flip it, okay? Alright, I would like your thoughts, please. As a heads up, if you're wondering what's in any of the decks that are listed in the stream title, all of those deck lists are filled in the deck queue on my website. So, I know the new set has dropped, but the level of organization here is similar to what it was before. You can, if you're looking for new deck ideas yourself, you open some cards and want to see get some ideas to build stuff with them, you can go through the deck queue on my site as well. There's like 25 decks in there waiting to be played. I'm sure we'll be adding more as we go. Modal, thanks for the 14-month resub there. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. And again, this is one of the reasons why this Nexus deck is so good against these control decks. Like, we hit the wrong half problem, right? Like, we just have all these cards that basically don't have text here. Ugin plus Nick is very, very good. Very, very good. We're going to flip this bad Mamma Jamma over. If I hit the land for Nick, and then Nick propels us into the land for Bedazzle, we might not be dead here. Alright, I think because we missed, we're dead, though. I'm gonna just go ahead and move on to the next one. Yeah, I think Wizards of the Coast not recognizing that they should prioritize making sure tools like Stream Decker work the day of release kind of shows like a misunderstanding of like what they should be doing. Like, spending resources to like boost people up is good too, to like get people watching, but like making those streams accessible so new people watching can understand what's going on is just as important, if not more so, I think. Sure, Marty, but do you know why Deckmaster's not updated? Deckmaster's not updated because there wasn't a list of the cards posted in advance with their codes. Yeah, they released the log pre-RNA to let the third parties update. I think Hostage Taker, you'd rather have a Contempt than a Bedazzle. I think you're completely and incredibly wrong. I think Bedazzle is very, very important in this matchup. This entire matchup basically revolves around two cards, Wilderness Reclamation and Search for Azcanta, and Bedazzle kills Flip Search for Azcanta. In fact, I wouldn't hate, it's possible I want a third copy of this card in my 75 just because it's so important in the Azcanta mirror. I open about 250 sets from each pack, Mega. I think we opened like 260 from this one because I had a bunch of gold too. Lintix, thanks for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. This hand needs a third land, but like turn 3 Thief with Negate up afterwards is kind of hard to pass up. Alright, I'm going to pretend that this was my 26th land that I added. If we hit an untapped land here, we'll be in a very good spot. If we brick on a land, we're probably dead. Not a lot of room to, like, fumble in this matchup. They get ahead very quickly. And, like, now, importantly, like, my opponent's going to get to play their second blue source and hold Sabotage up, which means even if I hit the land next turn, the Thief is less likely to be relevant. The Ral Meankin deck was absurd. Ral and the other new cards we got from the set really feel like they shored up holes that archetype had. Why would Pure Azurius Control be playable? What new card got printed to solve problems that archetype had? HCSR? Agrias, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. This is another spot where Bedeck is just absurd. Just like the fact that it's a modal card that covers these post-board plans while also being good against search is, yeah, I'm gonna add a third Bedazzle after this match. So there's two ways you can look at the new Teferi. You can look at the new Teferi as new Teferi blanks Reclamation decks, or you can look at it as new Teferi helps Reclamation decks, and he's good in it. It's definitely another take. Why do I want Duress, Pike? Sell me on it. You know the drill, bud. You've been here a long time. Don't make me tell you your idea is bad. Tell me why it's good. Why Ugin over Liliana? Why would I want Liliana over Ugin? What problem do I have that's solved by playing Liliana? Ugin generates a constant flow of card advantage, and he solves the problem of Grixis not being able to interact with enchantments, because most enchantments have one or more colors. We might be bridging here. Opponent's flooding a little bit. I guess they're gonna flip this next turn, which probably means I'm dead. I don't think I can keep up with this. I've already spent one of my Bedecks. I don't even have 4 Thief in my deck, Pike. So you're right. I think in your absolute best case Dreamland scenario, Duress is really good. I think in the average case, I'd rather have more copies of Negate. I think the fact that my main deck has 4 Thought Erasure means I'd rather favor counter spells as my form of disruption out of the sideboard rather than favoring discard spells. This search for Azcanta is just going to bury us in the ground at this point, though. All right. We don't time people out anymore because we're sub-only mode, but subs, if you want to ask me why a card you think that should be in my deck, don't expect me to tell you your idea is bad. Instead, think about it. Sell me on it. Say, this card is good, Jeff, and you should play it for these reasons. It solves this problem that you have. That'll not only help you think critically about deck building choices yourself, but it'll help me stop me from having to constantly shoot down your ideas. And if you can't think of a good reason for me to play the card you're suggesting, maybe the card you're suggesting just isn't very good. I want an extra Bedeck here. I think I'm going to trim the extra Lava Coil. It trims the situational spell, game 1. That seems fine. We'll still time you out if you ask, subs, but... That's the upside to sub-only mode is we don't have to be aggressive with them anymore. Honestly, I could even see a world where 4 Bedeck is correct, but that might be a little aggressive. If I'm expecting to play against a lot of Reclamation with this deck, I think I would go all in on Bedeck. I think that card's great. Can we 2 home and play with Standard? What cards you want to say about? Nico Bolas, and he's been real good so far. Just do this. If there's any reason to hold up Negate on 2 against Overgrown Tomb. Hey, Pizza, thank you for the very generous tier 3 resub. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Search for Azcanta. Sure. I don't know that I'm activating treasure map this turn. I think I want to just guaranteed kill this. I'm hesitant to give my heart away again, Maltmeister, but this deck is teaching me to maybe believe in Grixis. Maybe we can finally believe in Grixis. Maybe there's something to love here. Last Christmas, do 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't really care about Rhythm of the Wild. Do I? I guess I do. I'm a liar. I do kind of care about Rhythm of the Wild, huh? Another Thought Erasure. Any cards are in here? I'm gonna bin that, I think. I guess I could have taken this and shocked this in to hold up Negate. That might have also been okay. Yeah, Ugin gets rid of enchantments. That's the big gain from this set, is we fix the Grixis can't take enchantments off the table. I think I just want to bomb here. Opponent's probably just like hanging out, waiting to see our win condition at this point.
I will spare you in exchange for eternal servitude.
Alrighty.
My intellect.
If we weren't definitely done before, we're certainly done now. Check an Azurius nonsense pile. If you want me to play a deck on stream, you have to submit it through the form on my website. If you just want my feedback on a deck list, you can post it in the subs Discord and tag me in it. Although I'd encourage you to do that while I'm not currently online, because sometimes I forget to go back and check all the pings. It's garbage time. You don't have to go home, but you can't play here. Do 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 do. I think D-Spark's gonna be a sweet card in this format. I think D-Spark's gonna be really good. Lava Coil's probably great against their Midnight Reaper deck. Ugin's probably not bad. They likely have Planeswalkers and stuff. I feel like they're going to leave in removal, so I don't know that I want to board into the Thief of Sanity Hostage Taker game plan. I might just click submit like this, just like lean on Nick and Ugin to win the game. That's probably fine. Negate's probably not super good in this matchup. Maybe that's worth trimming. Moment of Craving's not terrible, because it does kill Growth Chamber Guardian on the draw, which is nice. Let's give this a try. They're the sword Crypt deficits I was waiting for. Does Cry kill more than Ritual in their deck? Maybe. I guess that's fair. Yeah, maybe Cry should stay in. Cry's definitely good in the face of Midnight Reaper. I suppose they are Jund and not... I like autopilot into like how I would board against Sultai. But Sultai... Ritual is such better against Sultai because Sultai has Hydroid Crisis. My Jund opponent does not have Hydroid Crisis. How's Ral's Outburst been? Passable? No, this is a card that like... I'm not sure if it's constructed playable, but we're going to give it a try. Take your best spell. Get a land. Discarding that's one way to get rid of it forever. Updated War Teamer list. All decks that I've built for this format can be found in the deck queue on my website. I've not put any thought into just random other deck lists. Just gonna go ahead and bedeck here. I guess that could have gone really poorly if my opponent had a Collision Colossus. They would have, like, made their thing a 6-4, and then I would have died. I think we died, chat. Yay, magic. Hopefully we'll have a good game 3. Like, my opponent mulliganed to... My opponent missed their 3rd land drop in game 1. I missed my 3rd land drop in game 2. Land. Alright, alright. They're out of stuff. You're out of stuff. If I hit a land next turn, Rael's Outburst can find me a 5th, and then maybe Nick can go toe-to-toe with the gods. Dead. The animation on the new Nacho Bolas is great. That might be an autocorrect typo, but I'm gonna pretend it's not because it's awesome. The old Nacho Bolas. Do I want to put these cries back in? Let's do that. All hail Nacho Bolas, king of the chips. Sure. His sidekick Guacamole. Does that make Ugin's new name Guacamole? We're gonna refer to Ugin as Guac from now on. Basic Land, thanks for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Devil's Advocate checking in for the 4th month in a row. What do you call a Bolas that isn't yours? Nacho Golas. That's true. Thief of Sanity is good against the gods. I'm gonna be... Do I have any double blue cards in my deck? I don't, right? I'm gonna be greedy and bottom that. It's so nice that you're pretty now, Dragon Skull Summit. You know, I'm not going to moment this right away, because if I draw Cry, I can Cry and get both of these next turn. Hinterland Harbor did not get a foil. It is still the unloved buddy land that everybody hates. Alright, so this is going to be... Eat this, untap, ritual plus scry. Scry plus ritual, either or. Why do you think Liliana is better than Ugin Devil's Advocate? What problem does Grixis have that Liliana's solving? It's so weird to me that people keep asking about Liliana, because, like, when I looked at that card, it was just, like, it didn't even really click for me. So, like, I'm wondering what other people see in it, because that card doesn't look good to me on the surface, especially in a control deck like this. Like, if you're spending 6 mana on a threat like that, you want it to be, like, one that's, like, generating you a lot of card advantage, and she doesn't do that. Our deck doesn't have creatures in it. She's not really... She's like pseudo removal, I guess, but not really. I should probably draw with this first, right? So, like, this goes back into their deck, but it's still going away, right? It's still... This is still basically a 1-for-1. Is killing... So, Punchworthy, Liliana doesn't read kill 2 creatures. She says kill their worst 2 creatures. That's an important distinction. That is a very important distinction. Kill 2 creatures and kill their worst 2 creatures is very different. And for an Aristocrats deck, she costs 6 mana. That's so much mana. That one. Get rid of it.
Anyway.
I already played a land this turn, so I'm not going to activate this. If they miss a land drop again here, I could actually bedazzle and keep them from recasting the god, which is funny. What am I getting back with this at this point? Sure, he's dead. Am I just getting their... No, their God Eternal doesn't really do anything for me, right? I might just get their Rixmatty and filter this Cry. Oh, I could get the Ugin back. Yeah, that's way better. Sorry, I forgot my Ugin was dead. That's the line, chat. The line is get back my Ugin.
Not petty wars. Secret.
One Nicol Bolas, please. Yeah, alright. Alright.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Truth lies beyond vision. This still works out for me, right? So this happens, and then I still get to kill this with Bedeck. Build around submissions for standard are $25. I could not have stopped that damage. How could I have stopped that damage?
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Yeah, it is trample, yeah.
Ether itself serves me.
Sweet. So this Cry of the Canarium is gonna eventually kill all my tokens and then give me things back. Ugin is very good. Very, very good.
Secrets manifest before you.
Yeah, you get the cards back if they're exiled. It says when a token leaves the battlefield. Sorry, I'll do my best to mouse over and talk about what the new cards do a little bit more because I know the interface isn't up there. And then eventually we're gonna draw Nicol Bolas, and he's gonna take all their other stuff away here. Yeah, Ugin, Treasure Map, Karn are gonna do a lot. Alright, I'm gonna Stone Rain them. So this way, I just want to Stone Rain them, so that way once we get to what's it called? So I should probably kill this Rhythm of the Wild too, right? That's probably not unreasonable.
I bathe in ghost fire.
I binned at Nick earlier, right? No, that was a different game. Perfect. There's an Azcanta that's going to help us find a Nick.
Lies beyond vision.
It's a lot of looks at Nicol Bolas. Ugin and Nick both really solve problems that Grixis Control has. They both actively worked to solve issues that the archetype has. So I don't want to draw this card, but I'm in danger of decking, especially once I get Nick going too. So I'm actually going to go ahead and then leave it there and then Azcanta past it, I think is the correct line. And then I get to draw another random. What problem does Nicol Bolas solve? Grixis Control didn't have a steady source of card advantage like Esper and Blue White Control, and Jeskai had Teferi. Having a Planeswalker that constantly draws you an extra card every turn is a really big deal. How many decks till pig flooping? A lot. We might not get to pigs today. We might not make it to pigs today. The problem, okay, so that's true. They had Ral, but Ral wasn't quite the flexibility of Teferi, right? The fact that his down tick's always removal is a big distinction. Hello, man in the box. Would you still like lunch? Can you confer with my social media manager, Maddie? I think she's still here. And find out if she'd like anything. Keep the viewer count over 2K so we can flute pigs. Yeah, if we stay above 2K for most of the day, I plan to run past the 8 o'clock I was planning to do. I'm not starting till noon tomorrow, so I can stay up late. Ooh, Tithe Taker. Main deck cry, looking pretty good. Yeah, I think that's fine. So let me sculpt a game plan here. Yikes. All right, well. All right. Well. I say max, that's like the maximum punish there, right? We might see them split the difference here and hit us for 2 and then play 1. All right, so now I have to cry this turn, because otherwise the Tithe Takers get out of cry range, right? The problem here is if they locks it on if they elephant their elephant, I can't lava coil it anymore. It's a little awkward for us. Oh, geez. Yikes. Our lack of a Kaya's Wrath here. So one problem that wasn't really directly solved is a lack of a Kaya's Wrath. And we definitely feeling that here now. I think I'm just bedecking one of these 2/2s. And then next turn's probably going to be Nick, kill this. Alright, well, we tried. One, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess the line is do this, do this. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the cry there. If I keep the cry, I could hit another removal spell for this next turn and then cry plus this to kill it. I missed some subs in there, I think. Agedom, thanks for the 4x3 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Polyod, the new 3-mana Teferi is great. Yeah, I think the 3-mana Teferi is very playable. The fact that he down ticks to draw a card is good. Lighthammer, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate the 3/4 of a year. My top deck game needs some work. I agree. My top deck game was a little bit weak there. Yeah, at least, again, like, you know, at least we're not playing best of one. That's incredibly true. Like, their deck's not going to draw like that every game. Oh, Hostage Taker's really bad against Tristani, huh? Let's not do that. What's going on, Mustfall? I think I missed Boldwin, too. Boldwin, Orpheus, Devils. That's most of them. Basic lands. I caught basic lands. Welcome back, folks. It's been a busy day. Now, I think Stroke for Elephant is narrow. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to hold up Stroke for a lot of the time. What about Discovery Dispersal, Chef Seth? What does that card do for me? Why do I want to play it? I guess it does tag Tristani too. Alright, I've got 2 slots. Let's bring in a couple of Strokes. Maybe that's potentially okay. Massacre Girl. I didn't think about that one. Yeah, let's add a couple of her after this. That does not sound unreasonable, like a pair of those. Jesus J Funk with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Yeah, so like those cards do different things, Seth. So like Treasure Map's a card that actually generates card advantage, actually generates a little bit of tempo in the mid game. Whereas Discovery is just a pure setup card. The little piggy got a bump. Droolster every day. Thank you for the biddies. Hope you're having a good one. I think I'm going to take Tithe Taker here. Just like, choke the number of threats they can put out. I'm going to bin the land there. I need a little bit more action, I think. I'm not playing in the fandom tournament because tournaments make for bad content. There's too much waiting. And not only are they bad content, but they compromise the integrity of their tournament by, like, removing the delay. So, the first week when I played in it, I was like, because playing in tournaments is fun on occasion. Oh, this card kills a Danto, too. That's so good. All right, I think I'm just going to kill a Danto here, since they're holding Elefante. Thanks for the biddy, Seth. What do you think of Enter the God Eternals and Why Spread Brutality? Yeah, I think Enter is good. I agree that Enter is probably playable. I just had too many 5s at the top end of my deck. 4s and 5s. I think there's a good chance that if I don't want, what's the word I'm searching for? I think there's a good chance that if I don't want, and I'm going to Lava Coil this to keep them from playing the Elephant next turn. I think there's a chance that if I don't want Ral's Outburst, Enter the God's Eternal would be good. I think I just do this and kill their token here. Just continue to keep the board clear.
Your existence is pointless.
Hey, Equin, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I don't think Widespread Brutality is likely super good. I think there's, especially with the Aristocrats decks getting a boost, I think if you want a sweeper that deals 2 damage, Cry of the Canarium's probably the card you're interested in.
Let your weak minds crumble.
I think I just do this. I think the biggest issue with Black-White Control, K-Zizzle, is that the mana in this format is good enough that there's not really a meaningful reason to not just be playing another color. Like, what's the reason to stay in 2 rather than branching into a 3rd? The stupid stop is still not fixed. That's so frustrating. So we would have drawn another Nicol Bolas. I guess that's not that big of a deal. I think I'm just playing this and shooting their 4/4 here.
Defiance has consequence. Planeswalker.
So they can make 1 token here. Scry and see what we get. That's really good. And the reason why that's really good is because we're going to be able to cast it off these treasures and keep Nick alive next turn. That's true. At least it was Tribunal. Ixalan's Binding would have been pretty devastating there.
The immortal Nicol Bolas will be your end. I will return. Witness a mote of
So,
power.
I want to do this on their turn. So this costs me an extra treasure, but if I kill this on my turn, the token they get from Tithe Taker will let them kill Nicol Bolas. So by doing this now, that Nicol Bolas lives. Hopefully, until they draw their Unbreakable formation. Hopefully that mouse over is just them considering if they have to attack this. I think they have to attack it. Yeah, they also don't get to flip a Danto by waiting a turn. Oh, they forgot to attack with that. Or do they have an elephant here? They drew another elephant. Yikes. Alright, we got 3 draws. Ritual Asset. Alright, that's a redraw. Lava Coil means I'm not dead on board. So that's nice. Wow, they're getting rid of creatures. That's good for me. I think I want to leave Treasure Map up here. I suppose I could draw another Lava Coil, so I want to leave red up here also. I'm going to kill Loxodon rather than the token, because the token dies to a copy of, Ritual Asset. The Loxodon does not. I'm going to draw here, see if I can hit another removal spell. We did not. I get to play Search. They're going to get to kill off Nick next turn, but I drew Ugin, and Ugin's going to unlock the Nick from underneath this Conclave Tribunal. So this game is sliding towards the locked up side of the table. Yep, I got you, Drool. I appreciate it. Huh. Do I just make a 2/2? I think I just make a 2/2, right? Yeah, we do. Alright, alright. Let's do it. Cooking with gas, chat. Rude. Rude. Alright, who is this locking up? I assume it's locking up Nick here, right? Oh, interesting. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Definitely a little bit peckish, though. I want to make sure I keep both my planeswalkers here.
You have tasted but a drop of power.
Eh, maybe I'm supposed to make another 2/2 there? I don't know. Making them sack stuff doesn't seem terrible.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit. The fabric of the multiverse.
The twins are really good. I'm a big fan of the twins. My opponent refuses to draw a land, but we're like drawing 6 cards a turn, so it just doesn't matter. Ugin does make Ugin cheaper. You're not wrong. Alright, on to the next one. My girlfriend said, I'm sure Jeff would be let into Arena again, but why not spell his name G off? Is that rude? The old, all the bolasses were quite wonderful. Let's do that. And so I want Massacre Girl for the board and enter the God whatevers over Ral's Outburst after this one, I think. I guess we've been playing this for an hour and an hour 15. There's a lot of decks in the queue, but I'm kind of digging this one. Are we going to play a bad deck at some point? I'm sure we're going to get to a bad deck at some point. It's unfortunately a mulligan here. This sounds reasonable. I think I'm going to bottom this. I think I just want to give myself the most chances to hit Cry or Ritual. This is now a Grixis stream. We play Grixis decks here. It's what we do. I'll put this in tap for now, I think. And also do Artifact Friends before the Reclamation deck. I don't know how close are those. Reclamation has a lot behind it, Larinax. How about a hundo? To do this for another 90 and do Artifact Friends next. I think I just need to Bedeck at this point. Well, we've only played 2 things. I'm hesitant to select a favorite. The Memekin deck we played before this was really good. It felt genuinely powerful. They have an Elefante here. We're in a lot of trouble. So next turn, we're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They have 17 on board next turn. Marty doling out the sub-gifties. Thank you, as always. I believe I'm on the 0 outer here. Yeah. Yep. Good start for them. 20 subs is in fact the 100. All right, we're going to stick on Grixis for a little bit more. All right, enter the god. I think this card's super playable. So, like, one of the things that's weird about these amass cards is that these are instants and sorceries, right? But this is technically a Flame Tongue Kavu. Like, this is like a creature with an ability stapled onto it, which seems really sweet. I think I want a couple of Massacre Girls in the sideboard as more sweeper effects. One thing to be conscious of with Enter is that it's blue-blue, which is why I hadn't originally included it. I guess I have 15 blue sources now, which is probably fine. Maybe I don't need Hostage Taker. This Ral's probably unnecessary. Yeah, the Ral's probably okay. I don't know. Ugin plus Nick is probably fine against. Is probably fine against Control plus Thief. And Eldest, that's probably fine. I think this seems good. All right, let's export this. Small minor changes. Every time we increase the average CMC of this deck, I feel my EDH senses tingling. I mean, trading a 4 for a 5 is not that big of a difference, right? Like, they're pretty close. And welcome to the new members of Hoaglandia, by the way. Be sure to pop on into the Discord server later today as well. It's possible that I don't need the basics. I don't know, the numbers on my mana base, just based on the mathematics of it, because I'm on 26 land, means I have all of my colors okay with this build. Excuse me. So, in general, I like to be conservative with my health total. Like, playing 12 shocks in a control deck that doesn't have a ton of life gain in it is like a real thing that can hurt you. My opponent mulliganed to 5, but our hand here is not particularly good against mono red on the draw. That's true. Yeah, I agree with that. If we make it to 5 mana, Enter the God Eternals is very good in this matchup. Alright, I think it's important to play Search here to try and hit lands or Moments of Craving. I could hold up Negate because they're going to play Shock this turn, but I think I'd rather give myself a chance to hit lands. Lands and Moments here. Another drawing 5/6 mana spell while my opponent's playing Basic Mountains is like not where we want to be in life. And this is one of the reasons why Mono Red is so good in game 1s, is because it is an archetype that is able to punish people who keep hands like, okay, this hand's good in a control mirror, it's good against Nexus, but then it's just like not good here, and my opponent basically gets a free win. Yeah, I can't even draw Cry because I don't have a land, right? Alright, let's take the curve of our deck and drag it way down here. So, one of the things I always have people ask questions about is that I am not a fan of Cry of the Canarium and Ritual of Soot in this matchup. And the reason for that is in my experience, the damage output from the red creatures in the red deck is so high on average that you need to be 1-for-1ing them. If you're waiting to get 2-for-1s or 3-for-1s with your sweepers, their creatures are dealing enough damage to you that they're gonna burn you out. Think new Nikki B is strong enough for Modern? No, probably not. One of the reasons why Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, sees Fringe play in Modern is because he's effectively a 3-mana Planeswalker who then generates you 2 mana every turn. How's Grixis doing so far? To set a bar that's low, it feels absurdly better than it did last season. That's a low one to skip over, though. Gosh, can this season end already so I can have foil contempts? I really just need foil contempts in my life. Let's just keep killing their things. Hey, Johnny, stop being so good at your job. I hate it. I can't watch other streamers now. Thanks for the 18 months, Johnny. I appreciate the 1.5 years. Welcome back. Yep. I think I just keep killing their stuff here. That's fine. I'm holding this negate for a scarier thing at this point, like a frenzy. Thanks, Bob. I think I'm okay to draw this. I feel like negate has frenzy covered, which means I just want an answer to a potential creature off the top of the deck. So this'll allow me to do that. Covers that, like, basically, like, I'm in a position that's, like, kind of okay, and I just want to start, like, checking off my bases, like, what are things that, like, cause me to lose from here? I'm gonna keep that. I think I'm nowhere near under enough pressure for them to, like, kill me before this becomes relevant. One of the dangers we have in this matchup, which actually makes Enter the God Eternal very good in it, is that what's the word that I'm searching for? We lack closing power overall in our deck, which is kind of scary. New Nicol Bolas is everything Grixis has ever wanted. It's truly wonderful. It's everything Grixis mages have wanted and so much more. That one can stay right there. One Nicol Bolas, please. Also settle for Ugin. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Do not defy the designs of Aether itself.
2/2s. Baby, 2/2. So Ugin makes a 2/2 when he pluses, and then when that 2/2 dies, I get the card that's underneath it. And he down ticks to destroy target permanent that's one or more colors. So Ugin is our answer to Experimental Frenzy. Ugin don't care about your frenzy. Get it out of here.
My plans do not include.
This Ugin gives you the card when this leaves play. So if they exile the token, you still get the card. Ooh. it says leaves the battlefield is the verbiage. I think I said dies. The verbiage on Ugin is leaves the battlefield. So apologies for that mix-up. That one. Deck him. 7 cards in our bin.
You have erred.
That one can stay right there. All right, so we're solidly into garbage time at this point.
Secrets manifest before you.
Secrets manifest before you. You know, I'm not going to show them this because I don't want them to play around it. No, I don't think I need that card to win the game.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Did you like the cinematic update? It was just, I skipped it. I assume it was just the one that they posted on YouTube. My manifests are doing an incredible Bob impression. You're not wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Wizard's Lightning there. You think Grixis can now be competitive with Esper? Maybe. It's one of the things we're hoping to find out.
This experience still proved useful.
It's possible I'm just supposed to spend a removal spell on this. Bedazzle only kills non-basic lands. So we unfortunately cannot Stone Rain them. I think Ugin's actually better than Nick here. I think continuing just like pour a stream of 2/2s into play is better.
Recklessness and fear. The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Ugin closes relatively quickly, which is sweet. He provides a steady stream of creatures, but like you don't feel bad about him turning on removal spells against other control decks because like they draw cards when they kill them. It's like a colorless big Vraska. It's better than that, Pike, because like he draws cards with his plus. Like they answer the stuff he's doing, and then he draws cards. This is just not good enough, right? I think I could justify keeping this on the play, but like, not only am I missing my second black, but like, Thought Erasure being my first play turn 2 on the draw just isn't good enough against a deck full of 1-mana creatures. London Mulligan starting when? London Mulligan starting when? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. A Gundam. Let's throw the Abzan hero deck already in the queue back in there again. Sounds good. We'll do. Did I cut the Outburst? I did cut the Outburst. I added 2 copies of Enter the God Eternal to give that a try. I think a self-mill deck with Jace could be a thing. I do not. I think if you're building a deck where the only goal is self-mill, you're gonna be really sad. I think if you just like put Jace in a control deck that might occasionally win that way, I think that could possibly be fine. But if you're like building a deck with the only goal being like self-milling, you're probably gonna lose more games than you win. Pretty dead here. Needed to see. Maybe I'm supposed to go for broke there and like bin that looking for a moment of craving. Or Vraska's Contempt. I could see that. Go for broke trying to find the life gain. Be very quiet. We're hunting mono-wed players. Oh no! Oh no! I milled them wrist. I could have. Oh, I'm such a big punt. Oh, I could have self-enabled the Azcanta and not milled their risk factor. Wow, we might lose because of that. Wow. I'm actually gonna decline. I was gonna let them draw cards. They have like infinite risk factors here, so just draw all the cards. So I'd have flipped treasure map here, which would have let me cast Ugin. Yeah, I'm gonna move to the next one. We maybe could have had a shot that game if I'd have played better. Maybe could have had a shot that game if I played better. If I recognize that my God Eternals mills me. Yeah, I just like wasn't even, like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even realize that card milled them for. How does this compare? I have no idea. We've been playing for an hour and a half, and I've played like half a dozen matches in an hour and a half to have a very realistic read of like how a deck compares to like a format staple that's like tier 1 and good, and I need like 10 times that matches, 100 times that many matches. Anybody on the first day of playing with the cards, or the third day or the first week, that tries to tell you they have a good understanding of what's going on and they're talking to you with certainty, those people are lying to you, or they don't understand what they don't understand. And I know like a lot of people want to like skip to the end and like just know what they want to know without putting in the work, but there aren't shortcuts in Magic. There's so much going on in this game that you need to put in the work. You need to put in the hours, or they could be selling you something. That's true too. There's a lot of people who have stuff to sell. Yep. The most important thing you learn as you become smarter and an intelligent individual is learning how little you actually know. That self-realization that like you start to learn stuff and then you learn how much more is out there. You're like, oh man, I don't know jack. What are they doing? So they kept like opt one land. So I guess let's take a peekaboo. Jeskai Drakes. Opponent conceded a little bit too late there. I know everything. Johnny Chaos, thank you for the quarter VR. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, they showed me Drake. So Lava Coil in, Craving, Cry, Ritual out. Papa Jeff is teaching me life lessons about hard work. Ugin's probably fine here. Eldest is probably fine. They had Planeswalkers in their deck. Need 2 more cards to bring in here anymore. I don't trust people that don't experience imposter syndrome. That's a real thing. Maybe they have counterspells in their deck post board. Duress could be okay. I think Stroke's probably narrow. I guess there's a chance they have like Teferi, Hero of Dominaria in addition to Crackling Drake, but it still feels like they're probably narrow. I'm gonna bring in the Duresses. Yeah, if they're on Saheeli, Eldest becomes worse. No, we won. They missed their land drop and they're playing Esper Drakes. Massacre Girl does attack. You're not wrong. I'm gonna click submit. Let's just do this. We're up a game. I got all my planeswalkers in. They had little Teferi Crackling Drake removal spells in their hand. Is what we saw before they conceded. This looks fine. It's beautiful, that's for sure. I think I want to shock and duress on one just in case they have a map or an Azcanta. Dovin's Veto. Legion War Boss is scary. Okay, Legion War Boss is scary. Do I just take the veto so I can resolve my good things? I think I just take the veto. They don't have white mana. I take the Charter Course. I take the chart. I trimmed my moments. Like, this duress could have been a moment of craving. And again, like, it's the first day the new set's released. We're, like, trying to feel out. We don't know exactly what all of our opponents are doing. So, when my opponent conceded earlier, it's just kind of guesswork as to what they could be playing. All right. If they continue bricking on land, Contempt into Enter could stabilize this board. I don't think so, Pikes. Like, we're taking 6, 7, 8 here down to 5. This is going to put me back to 9 and kill this and give me a 4-4. I mean, they're not really a token deck, chat. Like, does having Legion War Boss in your deck automatically classify you as this is a token deck? Like, is that the classification? Seems like a loose classification. I milled infinite on-land cards. Gained a little bit more information about what they're doing.
You ready to go toe-to-toe with me? You can bury your crimes, but your past always comes back to haunt you.
I mean, it's not... Their deck doesn't seem to have anything to do with tokens, chat. They probably just have a bunch of copies of... They probably just have a bunch of copies of Legion War Boss for the control matchup.
Suffer for your cause.
I think I just want to kill their Planeswalker there. Woof.
I'm known for my
That kills my token for free and draws them a card.
I got this.
So now I'm going to 4 and Nick is dead. The Memekin with Ral was really good. I was not expecting a lot from it. It was super impressive.
Defiance is infuriating.
Alright, let's take a peek at their hand before we concede. Take a little more info on the way out the door so I know exactly what they're doing. Why didn't it let me negate? What did I... Oh! I was like, what's going on? Little Tef, eh? Alright, Tithe Taker 2. Alright, sweet. So, the information we got on the way out the door is I want Cry of the Canarium in my deck for sure. That's the little tidbit we got on the way out. It might even want Ritualist in. I think I'm going to cut these negates in the face of 3 mana Tef. Eldest Reborn also seems not ideal. Massacre Girl's probably fine because she's a threat that also cleans those up. Put in a couple of moments. Let's try this. I wonder if Bedeck is worse than Moment of Craving. Do we think there's anything in their deck that Bedeck kills that Moment doesn't kill? I guess they could possibly have Azcanta. So, like, one of the things I think there's going to be, the opponent's deck obviously has the Ral combo in it, but their deck, similar to the deck that we played to start today, that's going to be likely the correct way to approach building that. You don't want to be all in, only trying to Ral combo them is the only way you win. The opponent's deck just looks like a deck full of playable Jeskai cards that happens to play both of those. They have Shock in their deck post board. Weird. I wonder, I guess they're expecting Thief of Sanity, I could guess. So, I agree that Carnage Tyrant can be a problem for this, except Liliana doesn't guaranteed kill Carnage Tyrant. If I wanted an answer to Carnage Tyrant, I'd probably play something like Night Veil Predator or Direfleet Poisoner. I agree as constructed though, this deck definitely lacks ways to deal with that card. Or yeah, we could play Star of Extinction as well. It's very true. I mean, to be fair, the counter spells we saw last game were Dovin's Veto and Negate. So unless they have a Disdainful Stroke, this Massacre Girl should be resolving. So we're taking 7 here down to 8. I'm not going to scry with the map because I know what I'm playing next turn. I'd rather not burn a treasure. We can get Disdainful Stroked. I think we're going to get Disdainful Stroked. It's unfortunate. Ooh, checking out their options. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. This card got Menace, too. That's great. Wow, there's no animation on her Massacre. There's not like blood flowing over my screen. Listen, Watsy. We're gonna need to have a sit down here, I think. Yeah, Massacre Girl is very good against Afterlife. Matthew!
What's up?
You brought me junk food, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm fat.
Matthew loves me, Chad. He brought me junk food.
That's for me. That's for me. Look what I got.
Alright, Eugene. I assume we're getting negated here. Vetoed, sure.
Nice.
Is it worth chipping in for 4 here? I think it is. We risk a haste hit on the backswing, but I think that's okay. Legion War Boss, I guess it snowballs a little bit, but I have Enter the God Eternal to cover a Legion War Boss as well.
Oh no. No flowers? This is better than flowers. Food is so much better than flowers.
We can sit down for a little bit.
Hey, this card's cracked, by the way.
Massacre
Enter the
Girl
God.
seems really
They're
good. Oh,
both-
Enter, yeah.
Enter's
Enter
really
seems
good.
great.
Uh-oh.
This thing only hits creatures, right? Not planeswalkers? Not planeswalkers. Rats.
I'll show you.
Wonder if we'll see it. Yeah, not super surprised to see this unsummon happen. Probably just... I was going to say, maybe I Ugin down tick here, but I guess that's not even that good because... What's the word I'm searching for? It's not that good
Sucks that card's legendary.
because they just shock him. But, like, this card... It's not like it draws them a card every turn, so it's probably fine to just make 2/2s, right?
My presence alone.
Hey, what'd you bring me, Matthew?
Alright, so I think this one's yours.
Is it nachos? It is French fries and Cajun corn on the cob from Wingstop. This stream is in no way sponsored or endorsed by Wingstop, but Wingstop, if you're out there, it certainly could be. Let's talk. Do we stone ring them? No, I don't think so.
Secrets manifest before you.
No, Matthew's going to get a chair.
I'm a delivery service. See you later.
See you later. Yeah, Matthew's my before DoorDash, I had Matthew. So I'm gonna be muting off and on so Matthew and I can talk crap about the chat. No, I'm gonna mute so I can choose. So give me a few moments of muting off and on while I eat.
Trust me.
Oh, you know, this isn't even a new card, but it's just like a card that I haven't played a ton with. I forgot that Bedazzle hits Planeswalkers. So yeah, maybe someone said Stone Rain them last turn, but killing a land's not relevant, but killing Jace would have been relevant here. I assume we're going to see Shock on this. And again, I can't kill this because I can't cast Instance on their turn because of Teferi. Thanks, Troll.
They must have a counterspell.
They could have a counterspell. I don't know. Let's start. All right, let's start by beating here. And then let's Bedazzle. Get the Bedazzler out. I guess this is loose because doing this first tells my opponent that they should shock this to keep this alive. So maybe my sequencing here might be suspect. But I guess if they shock this to keep it alive, I get to make my land drop with the Steam Vents. That's like kind of good for me. Like we're pretty solidly ahead at this point. There's like a small chance we get burned out from here, but like with the Enter the God Eternal, I think that's pretty unlikely.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Here we go. This isn't a fight you can win. Let's take it back.
This is a configuration of Grixis control that I put together. Someone said, "Hey Jeff, build your best Grixis control deck," and this was our attempt. All right, we used that one to finish off Teferi. Play Azcanta here.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
You can unfortunately not cast Enter without a target. All right, check for a counter spell. Or a burn spell. Wow, that's brutal. Well, that punishes that sequencing. All right, this is my 4/4.
It's actually probably better for you that they didn't explosion you. To be honest.
That's true. Their land count's a little low. Can you believe there's no animation on this card?
No, it's a legend.
Can you believe that there's no foil version of Nicol Bolas?
Excuse me?
There's no foil Nicol Bolas.
That's more like it.
There's no foil Nicol Bolas.
They used all their money from Animation Girl at the one. Have you seen the new Nibmiz animation yet?
I've not.
It's incredible.
Is it good?
It's
Okay.
incredible.
All right, I'm not disappointed with everything then.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Roxer Boxers, thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. And then I think I'm just like playing Second Massacre Girl. Just like put lethal in play.
Legendary.
It's legendary.
You're welcome.
It doesn't even have a name.
I know.
How
that's
does
what I
it
said.
legendary and not have a name?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good golly.
Let's slow this down. Oh, I've done the hero thing before. I've got time.
Massacre Girl is great. I agree. It's sweet too, because like you kind of want another sweeper, but like you don't want that many dedicated sweepers, I don't think. So like getting a pseudo sweeper on a body is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I also like that cards like this from a design perspective encourage control decks to play more cards to actually close the game out. Same thing with this.
Yeah.
So like you don't just have these long games where you have no win conditions for a while. Well, so the cards that are ranked rewards for the season 0 are listed as the foil exists, but you just can't pay for it. They draw an expansion explosion here. God, that's brutal.
That sucks.
Hey, Roxer Boxers, thanks for the 4 months. Excuse me, I appreciate that. Welcome back. Really need one of our sources of card advantage here. He says he draws a draw 2. Definitely just want to put the 4/4 into play again, though. Just try and kill them. This is a sorcery, chat, for people that are asking why I didn't kill my own Massacre Girl. In response to the thing, it's a sorcery.
Can you imagine? That could be $1,000.
Alright, so... Master Chief, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So that means after they Dovin's veto my Vraska's Contempt, I can Lava Coil plus Enter the God Eternals to kill this. She is definitely menacing, which is nice. So if they have a counterspell here... Yep. And then I actually just stay at 8 because I'm going to take 4 from this total, but I'm going to gain 4 back from this.
Correct.
There's only 17 cards left in their deck.
I would try and get their explosions. I assume they have another one left. You're super dead.
Alright. This is all we got. We're not excited about it, but it's what we have. Go. Nothing broken so far. We had someone donate to do a double session with Grixis because this deck's been sweet. But, and we didn't go live till like 11 o'clock because the patch came up late. Man, that's a game.
You should have ramped the score a little bit by using the gotta turn us on your own thing.
Oh, okay.
You should have ramped the score just a little bit longer. Yeah, and milled them.
And milled them. They were down to 6 cards in their deck. They're getting close. I think this is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and we've got the search for Ganta to find our lands. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You can't hear Matthew because he's very quiet. I'll move the mic to the other side of my desk so it's closer to him.
I'm fat and I'm eating.
I'd say he's also eating. So, is it possible to give you a prime sub plus a regular sub? The workaround way is you'd have to link your prime to a second account. If you don't want to link your prime to a second account, another way, if you really want to support my content with both, you can prime sub to Christie's channel. Which, we play real video games over there on occasion. I think I just hold up Negate here because they're likely playing History this turn. Can't negate that one fast enough. Ooh, I think I keep that. Like, obviously, I really want a 5th land for this next turn, but this against what looks to be white aggro has to be unbeatable.
Light him up.
Are the game sounds quiet for anyone else? Or is that just Sunshine? If the game sounds are also super quiet for other people, I will turn them up. Game sounds are low.
Nice game.
Alright, so we're done here, right?
Game's over. Game's over.
Another time, Planeswalk. My schemes are never ending.
Massacre Girl is going to be good here as well.
But a drop of power.
Oh, a piece of candy. Serious Ben's Games, thanks for the 4-month resub. I appreciate the quarter of a year. Welcome back. 3rd of a year. Sorry, math is tough.
My intellect is without limit.
Bye, friends. I mean, I wouldn't say can't lose to white aggro, but like one of the reasons why white aggro is a good deck is because it has just, like, nut straws, right? Where, like, it runs over whatever it's playing against, regardless of what they're doing. I think Ugin's actually pretty okay here. He just, like, puts out a steady stream of dorks. Negates a little medium here, and I think I trim Chemister's Insight, because I have all this top end here. This seems fine. Man, this card is a 2-mana removal early, and Bedazzle deals with Adonto, which is sweet. Hey, Silent Faith, thanks for the support. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one. So I think even though I have discard and a removal spell, this is a mulligan. I don't have double black mana or any of my 6 sweepers. And because I don't have double black mana, that means this hand not only needs to draw a sweeper, but it also needs to draw black mana. So I think it needs to draw too much, and I'm going to go ahead and mulligan. Alright, look at that. Black mana and a sweeper. Just like we drew it up. I'm gonna bottom that. I know it brings the rest of these lands into play on tap, but I don't think it's good enough. Hey, Astergoth, thank you for shipping your Beza Bucks back this way again. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I think I actually just want to kill one of these right away. Like, obviously I don't get to gain 2 life, but this keeps them from elephanting us next turn, which is ideal. What's our food? I am eating fries and Cajun corn on the cob from Wingstop. They're really sweet. They cut them up like this. It's very, very hand-biteable. This might downtick here, depending on what they do. Am I going to post a video of me opening all my packs this morning? Yeah, it'll end up on YouTube later.
How many did you open?
260.
Okay, I was thinking open.
You can still fight.
Alright.
I will lend you my strength.
I think I want to be conservative here. Because there's no guarantee that they play an X1 here. I'm let Massacre Girl clean up their stuff. And, like, if they do play an X1, there's a chance they, like, have Disdainful Stroke to make me sad, too. Which would not be ideal. Come on, play an X1. Or do they have an elephant? They might have an elephant.
There's an elephant.
That's aggressive. Oh my god, get your creature back.
Ensures our
Please go backwards. Please go backwards. Please go backwards.
strength is born of struggle.
Alright, so hoping for a Ritualist here. We have 2 of those. Spot removal is also not terrible here. Sure. just gonna do this now so they don't accidentally hit the city's blessing.
You are capable of more than you assume.
They'll shoot.
Deliver us to victory.
I think I go to 3 here. This is ulting next turn.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're dead. Johnny, real good. Opponent recognized that they were in a position to want to play that second Johnny out to ultimate. Alternate was very good on their part. Yeah, for people wondering why my Menace creature didn't just attack the Ajani, I was done. The max swing was the issue. I needed to hit Vraska's Contempt there. If I hit Vraska's Contempt, I would have been able to exile their 6/6 and hit their Ajani. It was like nothing to write home about, but it's fine. It's like removal spell, lands to cast their stuff. It is unfortunate to note that these are 5 lands that don't cast Nicol Bolas, because Nicol Bolas does require black. That is a perfect, fantastic draw. Alright, so... Alright. I was going to say... I'm gonna Moment of Craving this, because I want to keep them off of, flipping this, but killing the O3 is better, I think, in the long run. As they're probably gonna hit the conditioned deck, get those bamped up. My corn on the cob got me, chat. I missed my stop. Corn on the cob had my number. Like, my desk isn't that big. How did I lose something? Yep. I'm not sure if I want to scry my upkeep. Let's see what we have on top. I think I probably want to scry here. Great, get negated. I'm gonna mill myself here, as it makes future Azcanthus better. There's like 0% to resolve rate. So next turn I'm taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down to 6. I get 2 shots at Massacre Girl or Ritualist. We are not dead, notably, to the +1/+1. We're basically dead to that, though. This lets them take all their 1 toughness things off the table, which means Massacre Girl is no longer an out, so this cuts one of my outs off.
What I see in you.
This also puts me to a low enough life total that Cry of the Canarium is no longer an out. So I have exactly Ritualist it.
Nice. You can still
Nope. Alright, 2
Ritual.
outs.
Ritual of That's nice.
Yep.
Nice deck.
Yep. And like this is one of the things about Massacre Girl, right? Like the opponent played these games really well to make her not be an out, right?
Yeah.
So they were able to position themselves to make choices to negate our card, which is one of the reasons why Massacre Girl is such a sweet design, because it's a powerful effect, but it's an effect that in a lot of these decks you're gonna have counterplay against it just based on how you're choosing to sequence your cards out. Who is the one in chat that said we can't possibly lose to White Weed? You need to get out of here. It was me, I'm the dead one. Hey, Nifty, thanks for the 10 months of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. For keeping me employed here. So I think because I have this guaranteed next turn, I just go ahead and Thought Erasure, like sculpt things a little bit. Yikes. So we're taking a 10 ball next turn down to 7. Afternoon Wizard. I assume we'll see Lightning you, Skewer you, hit you for 4. Alright, we're stabilizing at 7. Is that good enough? They're gonna go like Land Frenzy here.
Oh, yeah, 1 million.
1000% of the time Land Frenzy.
Are you kidding? Boom. That was nice.
Woo!
That was nice.
Ask me what it's like sometime, Matthew. Alrighty. So you're saying there's a chance.
The best part about the squeeze is like they feel obligated to play the land too, because they know about it. So Nicol Bolas gets a card.
Well, he gets a card regardless, right? Because they sacrifice permanent.
Or a land. I'm saying like, even if they don't want to get rid of it, then they have a second.
Will bend to my will.
That's a good rip.
We might be en route to stabilization here. If they don't hit me this turn, yeah, I think that brick puts us pretty far over the top here. How long have we been playing this deck? Almost 2.5 hours. We had someone donate to do a double set. Each player who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game. So he literally kills them after plussing 2 more times. I mean, I am loving this deck, Mr. Silicon. That's why I agreed to play it again. Negate definitely ducks it.
Cannot exploit.
Nicol Bolas is each opponent. Who doesn't control legendary loses the game, not each player.
Right. What a card.
I like trimming my sweepers here, because usually want to 1-for-1 them early. Wonder if Massacre Girl's good here, just as Flame Tongue Kavu. I think so. I think I'm in the market for just a 4-4.
I think Ugin's better than, like, Duress or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think I could turn Chemist's Insight. Probably a little clunky.
Alright.
I have like all of these as card advantage at the top end, and like I have Search and Treasure Map.
Enter is busted in this matchup.
It's very, very good. I lost the last time we played against Mono Red because I milled them by mistake.
Oh,
And they hit
you
risk
get
factors.
factors?
Yeah. And if I would have milled myself, I could have flipped my Ascanta.
You're an idiot.
Yep. Real dumb.
The first time I played that card too, I was playing with the 7-drop that returns all your legends.
Alright, get in the ugly corner.
The 7-drop that returns all your legends, and I milled my opponent just out of habit, and I was like, wait, I could have milled myself all these cards and like
Yep.
brought back all my legends. I'm an idiot. First
Yep.
time I used it, I was like, holy, this card is better than I thought.
Do you like Bedeck? Yeah, I think Bedeck, I think if Grixis is going to be a deck in this format, Bedeck will be a staple in it. Bedeck is a removal spell in matchups like this, and it notably kills Search for Ascanta, which is important. I've liked this deck, Nivik. I like what's going on here. Nick and Ugin both really feel like they solve problems that this archetype has. I'm actually really excited to try Grixis mid-range. If that's an archetype that's felt really close, that just like comes up short every time.
They have Quad Frenzy here? So they have a...
I think I have to take a Frenzy, right?
They need a land, so like...
I think I take Frenzy because if they brick... We need them to brick on a land this turn. Otherwise, they go land this Frenzy. But if they brick on a land here, they're really...
They're really good at the game. Nice, right on time.
Alright.
You're
We
dead.
get to be on the play for game 3, sir.
You're dead.
Yeah, so the problem is here, what I was going to say was, we needed them to miss on the land this turn, because Ugin can deal with enchantments, which clears out the first Frenzy, but then I need an answer to the second one too here still, so we're probably just dead.
If you start to hit lands here, though, like Nicol starts to strip their lands down.
That's true. Well, he's going to take cards out of their hands they don't care about, right? I'm also really bad at drawing lands in my 26 land deck. Of course, they're also, like, drawing pretty poorly off this Frenzy, so, like...
Oh, no. Nice.
Get the Bedazzler, chat!
Nice.
Get the Bedazzler.
Yeah. Oh, at the latest. Okay. This turn. Got it.
Alright, they bricked on their Frenzy for a couple of turns there, but a couple is all we were getting. Yeah, 60 to 90 minutes is about the norm. We're doing a double with this one, so we'll probably play one more match after this, then we'll roll into Artifact Friends. All of my lands are tapped. I think I'm mulligan this. Like, it's all tapped lands. It doesn't have any of our really good cards, like Moment of Craving. It's like no play till turn 3. Seems like not amazing, but it's fine. I guess this is actually pretty okay. If we draw lands, it's pretty reasonable. Not that we've shown that we're capable of doing that so far, but... you can find deck lists on the Stream Decker QOMs. Land. This is a light up the stage here, I think. I have removal spells to deal with their creatures, so I just like take the hits for what they have so far. The problem here is I'm taking 1, 3, and then next turn I'm taking 6, 7, 8. I'm going to end up at 9 here. Alright, runners the next 2 turns, please. I assume we'll see Strike Skewer here to make the Gitu attack for 2. Nature Wizard Lightning Cinder Vines. Yeah, okay.
Good game.
Just mono red things. The ladder's like a jump rope, chat. The ladder's like a jump rope.
Or are you on the ladder right now? It's like 3 days left, right?
5 days? I'm just playing everything on the ladder.
Yeah, why not?
Did Mono Red get every new toys? Mono Red was gifted new toys in everybody else's deck because everybody else is playing cards that like cost mana.
Yeah. That's true.
Mono Red gets the gift of inconsistency out of everybody else.
Oh look, there's a planeswalker with 3 colors in it.
Alright, sweet. I was worried my removal spells weren't going to have text. Okay, take Lyra here. Yeah, that card's probably great. I, like, need lands at some point, but, like, Chemist's Insight is going to help me find those. I mean, like, the existing Gruul decks didn't really get the Pig Goddess, Leo. Like, the existing good Gruul decks aren't interested in that effect. I just use my mana, keep my health total high here. Because next turn, I want a Chemist's Insight to try and hit land drops, which means I'm not going to be killing their play. How much longer are we in Grixis? This is the last match with Grixis. Yeah, I agree, Be Rich. I think the existing Gruul decks don't really want anything. That's fair. New Viv might be better than, like, Domri out of the sideboard. We've not played 5-color Friends. That's further down in the queue, right, Cat? This is blue. Just gonna go ahead and clear this out. Just keep my health total high. We're missing colors, but we're at least playing a land every turn, which is pretty good for us. This is only our second deck of the day, chat. When I build out my schedule for the day, I tend to build it with the assumption that some of the decks that we're going to play suck, and they'll go quickly. And so far, we haven't had that experience yet today. We're 2 for 2 on good decks. It's a lot of good stuff. Speaking of in their hand, I guess they're not drawing lands, right? So like, gonna have a bunch of spells. All right, deal. They have a lot of, like, individually powerful threats. Reborn's probably not terrible. Cry and Moment don't seem good. Yeah, they've got a lot of expensive stuff. Negates maybe a little bit medium. Ugin sounds good. Kills enchantments.
I think the deck's good enough.
What?
I think the deck is good enough.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess this probably doesn't kill much out of their deck either. So, Duress isn't a card that you want to board in just because the opponent has some non-creature spells you want to take, and that's more of an instance where Negate tends to be powerful. So, Duress is a card you want to board when your opponent has a high density of hits.
I like that.
Yeah, it could be okay. I guess we're probably gonna... I was like, their Angels could be annoying, but we probably have enough removal to keep their Angels clear.
Good spot over there. Like Ixalan's Binding.
That's true. They don't have a lot of good ways to kill it. I guess Vivian and blockers.
Whatever. They minus Vivian on that.
Yep, seems great. It's unfortunate that it's a non-foil card, but the rest of it's fine. How long have you been playing Grixis? 2.5 hours. Remember that time I boarded out my Bedeck?
Why is that card in their deck? 4 drops and 5 drops. Holy Toledo.
What does this card do? Can't cause you, maybe draw, Gideon, 4/4, prevents all damage. Man, why did I register a control deck?
I don't know what any of these cards do.
I could never kill this.
That's fine.
Ever in a million years.
Nah, it's fine. They can never cast it in a million years. That's amazing.
Okay, see, this is the problem, chat. This is the problem with playing decks for 2 sets. If we would have stopped with Grixis control at 90 minutes, I'd have been super excited to play it again. Now I'm dying to Gideon Blackblade and a Danto Vanguard, and I'm ready to be done, I think. The sample size has increased, and I'm no longer happy.
Next turn. It's so good. This Tamio card is the definition of gambling, by the way.
What's her down tick? Return target card from your graveyard to your hand? Like, it's pretty reasonable. Like, she upticks and then down ticks.
Prepare for battle.
I like how Gideon just keeps, like, zapping in and out.
Nice.
Alright. E-Rock, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that.
That's much better. I think that card's still good. I think I would just cut, like, I'd trim an Ugin, dude. Are you kidding?
I don't know, he kills their planeswalkers. They probably have enough poopers that Eldest isn't very good. Maybe this isn't great.
Yeah, probably not. I still like the babies.
These?
Yeah,
I guess they're better on the play too, huh? The tapped planeswalker does look a little silly.
Snap it off.
Sure.
Snap it off. Can't ever kill this. Good knowing you.
The Elder Spell is an incredibly narrow card that's likely not particularly playable. I agree that our deck might not have enough way to kill planeswalkers, and by that I mean I only have 3 Ugins, 4 Nicol Bolas's, 2 Vraska's Contempts, and 2 Eldest Reborn, so like, what it means we don't have enough ways to kill planeswalkers might just be being results-based from the last game that we played.
Oh. Come on, beef.
I do not have any builder runs for either of those, Syracuse. Yeah, I think if I actually thought we needed more ways to kill planeswalkers directly, I would much rather play something like Benevolent War Contempt rather than something super narrow like the Elder Spell. That's great. It's gonna buy us a lot of time. It kills this, gains this life, and then the token blocks this.
Forever. Oh wow! Did not play the crawler booter. Okay.
Play a Shalai. Hadana's Climb. Yep. I'm gonna use this as a game 5, I think. I don't think I'm racing in terms of health. I think I'm gonna grind them out plan. They could have a counterspell here. Sweet. Love tap. Baby, love tap.
Come on, Lyra Dawn.
Lyra would be...
Oh, God.
That one. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
This card is so lucky.
I think I want to target myself here again, right? There's no reason to build them. It just gives them targets for their Tameo later. So, I didn't play the map, AGH, and again, if you want to criticize a play that I'm making, I'd encourage you to be constructive and specific about it. So, why does it seem weird to you? So, I chose not to play the map because I'm valuing not taking 2 points of damage from my Enter the God Eternals the following turn, because my opponent's trying to race my health total effectively here. So, the reason why I didn't play the map is because I value saving the 2 health points as opposed to generating more tempo from playing my spell faster. That kills Hadana. Yes. Alright, get the Bedazzler. Get the Bedazzler. Love tap, baby love tap, baby love tap, baby love tap. Do 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 do. Sure, AGH. And what you're saying is you think the mana efficiency was more important than the health total, and you're right. Your health total is a resource, but my opponent is the aggressive deck in this matchup, and I'm telling you, I feel like the position that I'm in against my opponent's current board means that my health total is more important than that tempo. And you've yet to kind of talk about any reason why you think that's not the case. So I'm open to being wrong, but just like saying you are wrong doesn't really like have a discussion. I think I just play this as a 4/4. And then I have 2 4/4s to block this Carnage Chariot. Does Jeff see random melodies everywhere or just when he's streaming? Mostly everywhere.
Everywhere. Confirmed. I mean, they can't kill me this turn.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like a combination of cards that ended here. And the Bedeck with the Grixis actually kills them next turn.
I'm saying they died of the... Yeah, they died of the...
They have a Grixis of their own.
That sucks.
And if they have a Grixis of their own, I'm just like dump blocking the crunch. Oh, are we just swinging with everything? They get crushed on the backswing.
Yeah, they just die. Maybe.
What outs, EGH? There's no sweepers in my deck. So again, like, you're trying to, like, play the map to solve a problem that's being created because you played the map. Giant Growth's actually legal. Yeah. I remember looking and going, oh, I love Giant Growth. That card's great. Weird. I guess they felt they were just getting buried by the thief, so they wanted to, like, see if we made bad blocks or something. So, my big takeaway from playing this, and like I said, midway through I was kind of high on what we have going on. By the end of it, I was kind of just like... by the end of it, I was kind of just like, Nicol Bolas is really good, Ugin was pretty reasonable, but honestly, like, that last game that we played where we were, like, kind of a Thief of Sanity mid-range deck makes me think, so something we're going to get to probably tomorrow or late night at some point. Matt's been poking around at a mid-range build, and something like this seems like it could have a lot of appeal, basically, right? Like, leveraging the cards that are good, that felt good out of the control deck, but having a little bit more of an aggressive slant to things.